This hour of the Shaun Thompson Show is sponsored exclusively by DonleyAuctions.com. They need your guns. Sell for top dollar. DonleyAuctions.com.
Portions of the following show may be pre-recorded.
From the streets of Melrose Park to the trading floor of the Merc, he's fought for every dollar he's ever earned. And now, with personal liberty and our system of capitalism under assault in America, he's here to seize back our rights from the government. With a cigar in one hand and a copy of the Declaration of Independence in the other, he's Shaun Thompson. And this is the Shaun Thompson Show.
Some folks are born made to wave the flag. Ooh, they're red, white, and blue.
These are the
And when the band
sad days when you see the funerals of the police officers, when you have the parents of the beautiful kids who are murdered by illegal aliens. Sad stuff. And you know, I was talking real estate with somebody today, and it was interesting because every once in a while, a couple things will marry each other, and it'll all line up. And they were asking me, well, where should I move if I move to Florida? Because like Illinois, New York is a collapsing mafia-run area. And a friend of mine, I said, well, you know, obviously, when you're going to do these researches, no matter what you're doing, you always look at the counties. Florida, very important counties. And just like anywhere, when Democrats are in charge of the county, everything is worse. Crime is through the roof. Murders are chaotic. And, you know, we do a lot of reporting. Chicago, one of the benefits is it's a ghetto. And Cook County, with that drunk older woman, or what are they called, commissioners, and scumbag, fraud, crook, Pete Silvestri, and all the other cartoon characters that make up the commissioners of Cook County. It's why that's the number one county for murder in America, Cook County. Number one. Number two, L.A. So I start thinking, let's start doing some research, Squirrel. You know what I mean? It turns out American murders, crime, chaos, real estate prices crashing. What is the common denominator? You guessed it. Democrat counties. 80% of murder. Are you out of your mind? 80% of murder. And the crime statistics, through the roof. And the reason is Democrats cannot govern because they are thieves. Like Ileana Omar. She's a crooked thief. Congresswoman won't turn over the paperwork. Is that any different? How many governors, all Democrats, all jail, except for Ryan, who sold out, an Illinois Republican. It's a Democrat by another color. And you start to see exactly what comes to fruition. They cannot run or govern anything. And it comes out in the strangest ways. And it comes by a most unlikely person giving a speech in the Rose Garden.
Among those with us this afternoon are a number of the angel moms who saw their precious children stolen from them by the open border policies of the radical left. Open borders, I call them stupid borders, not open. I call them stupid borders.
Intentionally stupid. And intentionally stupid to cover up the theft of money. It's always about the money. And after they stole the election, they implemented the chaos.
Ilhan Omar refused to hand over records on her ties to the $250 million welfare fraud scheme, but escaped a subpoena after Minnesota Democrats protected her. Omar ghosted the committee and showed, quote-unquote, incredible arrogance and disdain for the people of Minnesota. A motion for a subpoena was filed to force Omar to turn over documents in the Feeding Our Future scheme carried out by her fellow Somali migrants. However, Democrats blocked the motion by voting unanimously against it. Omar did.
They protect each other like the crooked Democrat judge that let the drunk whore with the DUI smash, she was trying to run, the filthy liar, Samantha Steele. And they insulate each other. That's why the judges let all the other Democrats go. The Somalian pirates with the $150,000 bond after he stole $11 million. It's commonplace. And that's why you cannot any longer. How many more tragedies do we have to hear? Do you want to hear the brother, which will rip your heart out, of the cop that was shot, and the fact that he left the kids behind? Do you want to hear the mother of Gorman? I still have a hard time playing the father. Abraham, Joe Abraham. I hate listening to the mothers and fathers. I do.
Everything, same house, same school. Just, she was always there for me. She was always.
And I learned a new one. It's even worse when you see the siblings, the sister. She has the same shine the sister had. And you go over it, and nothing is going to change. And the reality is, it's because this is how the Democrats cover up their financial crimes. This is how they cover up the theft of the money. It's all intentional, all of it.
Across the state and beyond to honor their fallen brother who leaves behind a wife and 3 kids. But as you mentioned, there are still a lot of questions about how this murder was even allowed to happen. Last month, prosecutors say Alfonso Talley robbed a dollar store, pistol whipping and brutally beating.
Did they make the connection of the chief for internal affairs, Talley? Talley. And the whore niece and the drug mule traffic with her Lexus and this being the nephew? Is anybody talking about the infrastructure of corruption? Well, we'll talk about it. And it's not just Shirakistan. It's anywhere there are Democrats. For instance, South Carolina, same thing. Only a couple of counties, Democrat run. The scum of the earth make up the judges, the prosecutors, the scum of the earth. And they release all of the rats back out in the society.
This guy had 1,900 images of toddlers as young as 3 being assaulted by animals. Do you want to know how many days he served in jail? Anybody want to guess? 1 day in jail. That is what's happening in South Carolina.
And it's happening in Democrat counties across the country. His name was Donald Edward Grish Jr. 1 day. And as I have to cover all of the insanity and the chaos, all Democrat counties, all Democrat judges releasing rapists and murderers, illegal aliens, protecting the scum of America.
The Immigration and Customs Enforcement is asking the Dane County Court to not release Julio Morales Jarquin from jail after the Department of Homeland Security confirmed he is in the country illegally. Morales Jarquin is currently facing 2 counts of second-degree sexual assault of an elderly woman at an assisted living facility in Fitchburg.
Can we kill him? Can we kill him? How about this illegal scum? Can we kill him?
31-year-old Brianna Hall was driving down Arch Street in Pulaski County Sunday evening when an oncoming vehicle drifted into her lane and hit her head on. It then left the scene.
Brianna wasn't alone in that car. She was with her 2 sons, 4-year-old Dax Barnes and 2-year-old Dice Love. The collision with the Chevrolet Silverado truck left their car engulfed in flames.
And all of these rat illegal scum who came here on a fracking burro, they all get brand new cars. They all have trucks. Where's the money? Joe Biden, NGOs, policies that are stolen, like the ones that were created so the Somalian gangsters could steal our money in Minnesota. That's how they get the money.
Channel 7 News obtained this 911 dispatch audio from the time of the accident.
Reported vehicle fire for Arch Street Fire Department, Arch Street Fire.
By the way, the victim is not Caucasoid. Not Caucasoid at all. Neither are the 2 babies killed. And the illegal alien, also not a Caucasoid. So which one of us is racist? Which one?
Respond to the area of Arch Street and West Dixon Road.
Be advised, it looks like 1, possibly 2 fatalities.
The Arkansas State Police's fatal crash report state that all 3 succumbed to their injuries. The report also indicates that the occupants of the other vehicle involved fled the scene.
I don't know anyone. Be advised, there were 3 males that got out of the vehicle and fled in a gray truck. There are now 2 males that were involved in that wreck running down baseline.
10-4, you said down baseline?
I don't know anyone. 10-4.
All 3 illegal. Vato, vato, vato. Vato, vato, vato. Indiana, illegal serial rapist.
A decade-long investigation into a series of sexual assaults leads to 30 felony charges filed against an accused serial rapist.
As Fox 59's Jesse Wells explains, prosecutors believe the suspect raped at least 5 women on Indy's north side.
Prosecutors say
You cannot live among them. We all have to finance them because what they do is they steal money. Every Democrat county, every Democrat municipality, everywhere Democrats govern. But let's bring it home because they steal the best. Illinois steals the most and the best.
The state lost billions of dollars to fraudulent unemployment claims during the pandemic.
Now, a new audit from the state shows just how bad the problem was and how people were getting the money. Our Capitol Bureau Chief Cole Hinkey live outside of the Capitol right now. Cole, this problem was apparent from the beginning of the pandemic?
You're going to have to listen to the train. You know why, Scroll? This is a news organization that is in southern Illinois. Oh, it's true. You see, the fancy city dwellers. Oh, yeah. The Department of Agitation and Propaganda. They won't cover the billions and billions and billions gone in the wind. In fact, they'll report that fat butter-handed trust fund baby, useless and sloppy, now with those flapjacks for boobs that are supposed to be pecs. He balanced the budget. Oh, did he? Through what? Through stealing $200 billion that Joe Biden and the rest of the rat Democrats gave him after they stole the election in 2020.
That's right. It was a common story during the pandemic. People getting letters from the Department of Employment Security saying that they got unemployment benefits despite never applying for them. This audit just tells us just how big this problem was.
$5 billion plus walk out the door, just gone. I mean, gross incompetence doesn't even come close to what this is.
Well, that's the cover, the plausible deniability. I mean, after all, you're Democrats. You have to grade them on a curve. Everyone knows they're stupid. Everyone can look at how they live low in the ghetto. Everybody gets it. So you got to grade them on a curve. So it's almost the perfect shield. We're Democrats. Just stupid. Stole money. Chicago Teacher Union. How many computers we buy in the wind? We're stupid. Right? That's always the cover. But is it really a good cover? I think it's more nefarious than that. I think they like stealing the money. And then they go and they live somewhere where it's not quite as low as the areas they govern over.
You're also raising questions over possible felonies that could have been committed by Minnesota Democrat Ilhan Omar. After discrepancies in her financial disclosures, the Wall Street Journal reported that she and her husband's assets were listed between $6 million and $30 million. But then Omar's office later said that the outlet, the filing contained a discrepancy, and an amended version of of her assets were put out. And then she said that her assets are actually between $18,000 and $95,000. Right, Mr. Chairman, this is a huge gap. Are her assets $95,000 or $30 million?
I don't know, but there's one particular asset that we believe she listed. They were listed in two different companies that she and her husband owned, and they went from, worthless to worth between $6 and $30 million, back down to worthless. Now, there was a 4-month period when this became a story that her asset had ballooned to $30 million, and it happened around the time the Somali fraud popped up on everybody's radar screen. She never answered questions to reporters. She could have said then, oh my, I don't have a $30 million net worth. It must have been a mistake in my financial disclosure form. She never said anything. And then,
well, she's a liar. But see, here's the beauty of Congress. She doesn't have to lose an election. They could throw her thieving ass out now. But that would mean they'd have to stand for something. Instead, they bow for everything. And who really pays the cost for all of us? For all of it? The good, the decent, the people who, ironically, try to make life better in these dung holes.
Mac 1050, and you always hear real estate goes up. The value always goes up. Well, that's not the case downtown in Chicago. This downtown office market is seeing this massive shift. As Anthony mentioned, this 38-story tower at 180 North LaSalle Street is less than $60 million, a staggering 70% drop from what the building sold for just a decade ago.
That's not that bad. They've got some that sell for 87% less. That's the cost of investing where Democrats govern. You have to hate the money or be in on the scam. 312-642-5600.
This is the Shaun Thompson Show, where Democrats are always wrong, Republicans are seldom right, and politicians are never, ever to be trusted. On AM 560. The Answer.
I'm attorney Stephen Leahy. If you're a business owner with unfiled tax returns, tax season is not your friend. This is when the IRS turns up the heat. They match 1099s. They review payroll filings. They compare bank deposits. And when returns are missing, they don't send you a warning. They take action. Penalties stack up fast. Liens become public. Bank levies can drain your account. I see it every year. Good business owners who waited too long, not because they're crooks, but because they were overwhelmed. Let me be clear, hiding makes it worse. Action makes it fixable. I help business owners get compliant, file what's missing, and negotiate from a position of strength, not fear. Don't wait for the next certified letter. Don't wait for a levy. Go to fightbacknow.com and sign up for my daily email. I'll tell you exactly what to do next, step by step. Or call me right now at 312